Hey y'all, it's Melissa at Messy Missy Creates. I had a really fun weekend and I'm trying to figure out how to organize this video or organize my thoughts into one cohesive video, but I think I'm not going to get hung up on that. I'm just going to just kind of chat, and I'm hoping to get some of this journaled too in the process, but in the meantime, I just want to show you what I got. I got to meet some, not all, of my favorite YouTubers, and this weekend at a meetup in Jemison, Alabama, and which is north of Clanton, north of Montgomery, north of Prattville. Anyway, it's about three and a half hours away from me. Anyway, I went last year, and I don't think I hauled what I got because I don't think I was making videos last year at this time. But anyway, so I want to show you. Oop, I hear seeds. Now, this was primarily a gardening because it was at a nursery. It was at Petals from the Past, which is a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, incredible, what do you call them other than nurseries? Plant nurseries. Not like a kid nursery, but anyway, they have such a beautiful business. Anyway, but there's several of the YouTubers that live close by, and last year they started doing this meetup, and so it's primarily gardening, homestead, but this year Mamie Made It went, and you've heard me talk about her before, and she has a brick and mortar store not too far from where this meetup was, and so I got to go there too. But I actually saw Mamie. She had a booth at the meet and greet. I got more seeds, like I needed more seeds, but oh my gosh, they had them for $1. This is Haas. These are some of my favorite seeds. They are a wonderful company, a wonderful couple, Mama and Papa Haas, I guess. They just call him Haas. They call her Mama Haas. Anyway, these are some of my pictures from the weekend, and I'll show you some of this. I got incredible stickers. Everybody had stickers, and some of them had goodies for sale that you could buy, some of their homegrown goods and things like that. You know, handmade soaps. And anyway, when I went to go print off my pictures, I realized I was missing a couple because my husband was operating the camera, and I don't know what happened, but there was one or two that I didn't have pictures for, and it made me sad, but I have what I have. So this is Head Family Farm. Well, he's not in the picture. He was over here to the side talking to somebody. This is Greg and Sheila. This is Haas. This is Mama Haas. And this is Haas. And then right here is Cog Hill Farm. If you are in the gardening community and on YouTube at all, you have to know who they are, and Haas. And anyway, this is me and Shannon crafting together. They were doing make and takes. This is Shannon. I said, can I get a picture? She's like, sure. Anyway, this is Just Dig It Farms, Tracy and Jean at Just Dig It Farms. They live close by to that area, not close by to me. And here's me and May. And then this is her storefront. This is the wreath thing that she has on her door. And I should have had a picture of Constance. I have a picture of just her because I have a video. But my husband went to take a picture at Cosmopolitan Cornbread. Even if you don't garden, go to her website or go to her YouTube channel. She has some of the best recipes. So even if you don't garden, you don't have any interest in gardening, she has some incredible recipes and other tips, like for making your own cleaners, and anyway, she's just incredible. Her name is Constance. She's just moved to Arkansas from Alabama this year, but she still came. I was so excited to see her. I saw Julie at Row & Co Farms. Did not get a picture with her. I looked, and I was standing there talking to her, but then kind of this line formed, and then I couldn't find my husband to get a picture, and then we had to go. But who else did I see? I'll show you as I go. Because there was Cattywampus Acres and the Dusty the Dusty Goat, which they're not too far from where I live. This is Cog Hill Farm sticker. And that was, you already saw Cosmopolitan Cornbread. This is going to be kind of a jumbled up video because I can't get my thoughts together and I have so much to show you. So I'm just going with it. This was a coupon my man was giving out. So I got it. I didn't need it because I'm one of her club members. So we get a discount anyway at her store. That's the Inn of Clanton. That's like the only hotel at that exit. That's where we stay anyway. This was somebody that I met at breakfast. They have like a Shoney's in their parking lot, like part of the hotel. And I didn't get her name, but it says Bobby and Sherry Black, Black's Tropical Homestead. She caught my eye. I'm like, I know that you're going. This was the morning of the meet and greet. And I'm like, I know you've got to be going there because she had the cutest little chicken rubber boots on. They were adorable. So we started talking. And anyway, let me start with, well, let me pull this out. All of you crafty people might not care anything about seeds. And that's not the point of this video, but this is also where I shoved all my stickers. Haas was given this bag when you bought they had some seeds for sale. Now, I had already bought my seeds for the year and for next spring because they have a sale. They had a sale like a couple weeks ago. And I had already bought one, but oh my goodness, they had all their packets for $1. So I had to buy some. And then they put it in this really cool bag. So that's Haas Tools. Their germination rate, if you are interested in seeds, their germination rate is incredible. They have some great, anyway, I'm just picking these up to get them out of the way. I don't assume that you're interested in seeds. If you are, let me know. If any of my crafty friends or gardening friends, chime in the comments because I do want to incorporate some of my garden stuff on this channel, but I don't want to lose my crafty friends either. So I might have to make a Messy Missy Garden or Messy Missy Grows. But anyway, we just got some. Oh, I didn't mean to get that. Oh, well. Anyhow, so I'm just getting these out of the way because I want to show you my stickers. But yes, I had to get some more seeds at that price. All right, so Andale Homestead, I had not met her before. Oh, I got some all-top turnips because my little friend, Miss Sue, she loves turnip tops, and I told her I'd grow some turnips for this year in the fall, so I'll be planting those soon. This was my little make and take with Shannon, and I thought that it was cute that they did it seed-oriented. We made a little seed pack. They have these little seeds. I think they might be zinnia seeds. There's some sort of flower seed. And we made this little, like, not quite a matchbook thing, but then we stamped it and cut out. You know, they had everything set up and ready to go. And I used this little paper punch. I meant to get that when I went to her store, and I forgot to get that paper punch. But anyway, so that was the little make and take that I did with Shannon. And let's see, more stickers. Butler Family Farm. We got 2 of those. I had not met them. Oh, I got 3 of them. My husband must have grabbed one. Anyway, they're in Missouri. So there was people from all over. Georgia, Alabama, Missouri. I told you Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread is in Arkansas. I heard there was a visitor that came from Scotland. There was people that came from California, Washington State. Yes, we all descended upon this little itty-bitty town in Alabama. But anyway, Andale Homestead is new to me. I have not watched any of her videos yet. Her sticker was adorable. So, I definitely will be watching her. Walker Family Farm, I met them. I cannot remember right off the top of my head where they're from. Anyway, I have more. Hold on. Somewhere. Oh, this is the Dusty Goat. And this was the Dusty Goat. They were giving away a loofah and these loofah seeds, which I was really interested in because I'm growing a loofah this year. I have about 8 of them growing on my vine, on my trellis, and I wasn't sure how to go from here, how long to let them grow, how to let them dry. so that you can actually use them in the shower, like a loofah, you know, like you would buy in a store, but these are real loofahs. Anyway, so these are some, but their little girl had picked some, she had harvested some marigold seeds, and they were giving that away with their card, and I thought that was really cute. And they were giving away some loofah seeds. So that's the Dusty Goat Homestead. If you're not familiar with them and you are interested, then that's where to find them. Let's see. One of these places was giving away, I think it was Andale Farm, was giving away, I don't remember, don't quote me on that, giving away these little scrubbies that they had made. They're like crocheted with like a real thick yarn, maybe. It feels like a scrubby. I've seen them before. Some people use them on their dishes. I might actually use this one for my face. I'm not sure. So, on that note, sorry, you're going to hear a bag rattle or crinkle. This was Head Family Farms. I've met them before. I had met most of these people. Haas, Head Family Farms, Cog Hill, Just Dig It Farms. Of course, I've met May several times because I've been to her store probably 4 times now. And because we go up there, you know, maybe once, twice a year, a couple times a year. I had met Just Dig It. I had met Constance before, some of them anyway, but these were dehydrated. Well, they still are dehydrated. Hold on, I'm trying not to rattle the bag. This is what I got from Head Family Farm. They had some dehydrated candies and stuff like that. Their little girl is so adorable. But anyway, these are Jolly Rancher Puffs. These are all dehydrated candy. I don't have a, no, I'm sorry. I have a dehydrator. These are freeze-dried. I don't have a freeze dryer. But these are freeze-dried Skittles. They're crunchy and airy. They're so cute. I tasted these. I haven't tasted the rest. Coffee Puffs. Lucky Charm marshmallows. They freeze-dried those. And Jolly Ranchers. Anyway, they're really good. So, and then they had these like little reusable dishcloth things, which I thought was really cute. So I bought one of those. And then these were their little stickers. I don't have chickens yet, but isn't that one precious? So I should have gotten some to put on my cane and my journal. But anyway, this one says Crazy Chicken Lady. I'm not the Crazy Chicken Lady yet, but I will be one day. But what, isn't that little sticker just precious? I thought that was so cute. So that was from Head Family Farm. And then we'll get to the journal in a second. All right, you want to see what I got at May's? Drum roll. It's in a big bag. All right. So, sorry guys, I almost fell off my stool. Okay. I stuck the landing. I really did almost just fall backwards off my stool. Okay. I almost tripped over backwards on my stool. So I finally got some paper pouncers. These are from Picket Fence. But I got them from May's store. They are, instead of the ink blending sponge, they're a pouncer. They're real thick sponge and you pounce. You're supposed to be able to get a lot of ink, and they work really well with stencils. I've held off. I've watched several people use them, and I think that it's something that I will definitely use. Again, I'm trying not to rattle the bag. Let's see. What else did I get? Oh, I have plenty of these gel pens, these white jelly roll pens, but I wanted a number 10. And I have like 3/8. Every time I buy a pack and I think it has a 10 in it, it doesn't. The 10 is the real thick, or the thicker one. So I got those. I got Distress Ink and Lost Shadow. I had just gotten, I hope that's not what I already got. Maybe I already did get that one. I was thinking I got the Oxide, but I bet you anything I did get the Distress Ink. That's okay. I got some more Spellbinders. I got the real thin. This is what they call the best tape ever. Best ever craft tape. I have it. You can stick it like when you're die cutting. If you tape your die and paper down, it doesn't tear the paper. So it is really, really good. I have the thicker stuff, but I wanted this thin because I want to be able to do some like stripes on my card front and then leave the tape down and then ink blend. So I wanted that size in particular. And let me get the rest of the stuff out of the bag and then we'll go over it. Okay. I'm out of breath already. Okay. I got, this is Simon Hurley. I'm so glad that Maymay's starting to carry some of these brands because I really love to shop local. Okay, I consider that local. It's 3 hours away, but I love to shop family-owned businesses. We've had family-owned businesses. I had a little antique shop that I had for several years, and I've closed it, but I closed it when my mom got sick. And then I also had crafters in it. Like, they would rent space and have a booth. And then my in-laws had a store, and we had a bit. Anyway, so I try not to order everything off Amazon is what I'm trying to say. Or, you know, from Walmart or whatever. I do try to give some small family-owned businesses some love. And, you know, I didn't have to drive all the way to Clanton, you know. I didn't have to drive 3 hours away to get this. I could have ordered it. But, you know, I want to support the small, what I consider to be somewhat local businesses. We don't have a family-owned craft store where I live. We just have the big box stores. But anyway, so this is Simon Hurley's stamping foam. If you haven't heard of it or seen it used, I wanted the big, this is the large one, but it has a circle cut out of the middle. And there's 2 of them in here. And you can heat it up and put it, okay, so this is one of Spellbinder's embossing folders. Let's say you want to you can make a stamp out of this. You heat it up and then you push into whatever you want the stamped image to be. Like if you have something textured like an embossing folder, you heat the foam up and you push it into the texture, and then you have a stamp, and it's there until you reheat it again. I didn't necessarily want the one with the circle cut out of it, but I wanted the solid one. But I thought, well, they were out of the solid ones, so I thought, well, I'll give this one a try, because having a circle stamp for texture might be fun too, right? So anyway, I got that. This is, as I've already told you, is a Spellbinders. It's a 3D embossing folder. I have several of these. This is one I did not have. And it's holly and holly berries, so this will be good for Christmas. And I might occasionally I will do some of these on watercolor paper, and then I will like watercolor the raised images, or you can ink blend over them. If you're interested in seeing me make some cards, I know some of you have already expressed some interest in it when I've shown you cards I've made. I am working towards doing that. I would like to make some cards on some videos. I know that's not the primary, you know, most of the people who watch my videos are journalers, but not everybody. And some people do more than one craft. So if you would like to see some card making videos, just chime in the comments. I'd love to, you know, let me know what you think, one way or the other. Of course, if you're not interested in them, if it's a card video, you just, you know, you always have the option not to watch it too. But okay, these are Vicky Booten. This is all I got. I got all of this at Maymay's. I got this mainly for this stencil. This is like peppermint. So, you know, if you ink blended it in red on white paper, it would look like you had peppermints all over your page. And I don't know why I'm so out of breath. Okay. These are like almost 8 by almost 6. So I do a lot of 5x7 cards. And it's hard for me to find stencils and embossing folders that are big enough to make 5x7 cards. I'm glad that a lot of these companies have started making larger embossing folders, but not everybody has big stencils. Some of them are 6x6, but if you're making a 5x7 card, that still kind of leaves you with some space you got to contend with. Anyway, so these are snowflakes and then poinsettias, and this was a 3-pack stencil. And y'all, it was only $7.99 for all 3 stencils, and I think that's incredible. So, and the embossing folder was $14.99. And let's see, I got something else. Let's see, here's another stencil from Picket Fence. Picket Fence is a company, these are made in USA. I think they're out of South Louisiana, which again is only a few hours away from me, but in a different direction. They're west of me, obviously. And anyway, this is just little dots. And I thought this would make fun. I mean, it would make fun snow. You don't have to stencil the whole thing flat. You could just put the stencil down and take some white pigment ink or something and do little areas. Kind of like I do with the ink blotting. You know, just do it like that. Make some snowfall, or do the whole thing and just make a piece of polka dotted. You can make your own pattern paper, basically, with these stencils, is what I'm getting at. Okay, here's another embossing folder, and I've already played with it. You can see I inked it, and I have not washed it yet, but I actually thought that it would help you see the wood grain in it. So I did not wash it yet. I thought that maybe I brought the piece that I embossed with it, but I guess I didn't. I'm, been making some fall cards, so that kind of wood grain ink look is, I like to use that with fall cards. But anyway, this one is, I was hoping it was a 6x6, but it's not. It's almost 6 by 5.5. Well, it's probably, the actual embossed space is probably 5.5 by 5.5. So it's just a little smaller. So I have to get creative with how I use it, but I still loved it's a 3D embossing folder, which means they are very, you get a lot of texture to them. A lot more than just the regular embossing folders. This is by Altenew, and I really like Altenew. And they have some really great stamps and inks, and I don't have very much of their stuff, but I do have a couple of their embossing folders. I'd like to get their inks someday, but anyway, you can't have all the things. So anyway, this is called Deck Planks, and it was $8.99 at Maymay's. And all of this you can order. You can order all of this from her. She ships, I think, everywhere, or almost. Don't quote me on that, but I think she ships almost everywhere. So this is, I've been looking for some Deco Foil, and it used to be everywhere, and I didn't really pay attention to it because I didn't use it. I have one roll of like turquoise or whatever, but here recently I wanted some in silver gold, and then maybe a metallic pastel color, because I want to make some Christmas cards kind of in that colorway. And this was what she had, and I think I can find them on Amazon, but the actual rolls of Deco Foil, they're not any cheaper, and they are, but like I told the lady that was working at Maymay's that day, I said, but anytime I can buy from, a family owned or a small business or a local business or whatever over Amazon, I will, just to support them. Tidbit, this is important to me. This is because I've had businesses, and and I know what it's like to run a small business in a order online world. And they say that if everybody were to go into one small business and spend $10, like $5 to $10 a week, what a difference it would make in your local economy, and what a difference it would make to that store. And that's not that much. You drop $5 or $10 just on a cup of coffee sometimes, and definitely more than that on lunch. So this is my public service announcement. So if you have a local business in your area, surely you can find one that has something that you like, and just go once a week and spread it around. Spend $5, $10, something. Anyway, that's I won't call it a lecture. It's public service announcement. But anyway, so I got gold and silver. These work like the Deco Foil, but they're individual sheets. They're not a roll, which I actually like just as well. These are by Sizzix. It's called Sizzix Effects. There's 10 sheets in here. They're 6x6, and they were $8.99. And then if you're a club member, meaning you subscribe to her Stamp of the Month club, which is not that bad. It's only like $12, maybe $11.99 or $12.99, something like that. And that includes shipping. You get her newest stamp set each month, and it includes shipping, plus you get 15% off in her store. So if you love stamps like I do, she has some cute, they design their own and have them made. Anyway, I just love some May May. Okay, so this is Paper Rose, and you know I had to get some dies, right? And I'm glad that she's carrying dies. Some of them I already have. I just remembered I meant to look for something specific while I was there, and I forgot. Anyway, these are some cute ornaments that she had shown on a video recently. And they're stitched Christmas ornaments. So you have like the background, and then you can, you have 2 different size ornaments. And on this ornament, you can cut out the center. So you could make it like a shaker. If you wanted to do like shaker ornaments, you could actually make, my husband and I are talking about, okay, translation, I'm trying to convince him to do all handmade ornaments and string some popcorn and whatever. I want to go back to more of a quote-unquote primitive Christmas tree this year. And so I thought I might actually I have made some ornaments out of like polymer clay and whatever over the last so many years. So I might dig some of those out. I used to sell them in my Etsy shop. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking 90 miles an hour. That might be why I'm out of breath. But anyway, I love the stitched effect. And then you can either cut the center ring out of a different color piece of paper and, you know, make it a 2-color, multicolor ornament, or you can cut the actual ornament shape out of like pattern paper and then have something stamped on the inside. I don't know. Anyway, I really liked it, and it was $11, and you get 2 different size ornaments with the center cut out. And then, you know that I've been using my church printouts and Lighthouse. So I got my Lighthouse stamp from her. It's under here somewhere. I already showed you that because I've already used it. It's still on my stamping block right here. And these are things that I use every week, or pretty much every week. And I'm trying to get to where I'm not printing as much clip art. I mean, I'm still printing clip art, don't get me wrong. But the things that I use, I know that I'm going to use every week. I try not to print. If I can find a way to stamp it or die cut it, that's what I'm going to do. So she had this church die cut, and it's, or die, and it's the perfect size. I mean, it's a little bigger than what I was using printout wise, but I already cut one out and I colored it. Don't pay any attention to my coloring. I was sitting there talking to someone, and I had my alcohol markers out. Did not have my glasses on. I couldn't see I couldn't really see where I was coloring, and the alcohol markers bleed on, it was just cheap paper. I didn't use a real good paper either. But anyway, so it bled a little. I probably, when I die cut some more to use in my journal, I'm probably just going to use my cheap markers, not my good alcohol markers. And maybe they won't run quite as much. But anyway, isn't that a cute church? Now, you can make some really cute cards with that too, but I got that primarily to have in my stash so that I could use them on Sundays or Wednesdays and in my journal. So that'll be cute. So I'm going to be die cutting several of these, and I'll go ahead and color them, or I might not. I might just wait and color them in when I use them. Or I could do them out of different color paper. So I might do that so that they're not just plain white on my background, depending on what background I use for my journal that day. So anyway, what else did I get? Oh, I think this is the last thing that I got from her. And this is called Triple Thick. It's made by Deco Art, Americana. It's a gloss glaze. And I've been making some die cut flowers out of the spellbinders. They have, anyway, and I like to glaze some of the leaves. And I've been using an expensive, I forgot what it's called. But it's a pretty expensive glaze, and it comes in a little container. And why can't I think of what it's called? But anyway, whoop, sorry. And so she had used this recently, and I saw this in the store, and it was only $3. And it's in a size that okay, for example, like this folk art paint and glitter, it's in that same size as like one of your paint bottles, craft paint. So it's a decent sized bottle. And anyway, so I thought that would be a more economical way of doing my little leaves for my flowers. Because I'll start die cutting some poinsettias and some leaves and things like that. And I like to have the glossy finish on the leaves. And then it just takes a long time. You just set them to dry. Okay, so I think that's all I got from this weekend. But I had ordered from, and I got this the Friday before we left. Or no, we left on Friday. Anyway, I ordered some, I love Simon Says stamps. Now, yes, it's an order. It's a outfit, but it still is a family-owned company. And I love, they carry so many brands, but they have their own stuff too. They have their own inks. They have their own stamps and dyes. And, oh, they just make such cute products. And right now, it's September, so it's Stamp Timber. And so they're putting out a new product every day. It's actually every night at midnight Eastern. And I'm trying to stay up and watch the videos because some of the sets sell out by morning. So, but this girl is getting older and I'm not staying up. It would be 11 Central Time. And so it would be about midnight before I fell asleep. And I just can't hang with them. I've caught a couple of the videos. But anyway, I ordered some stuff from them. And I got it right before we left, so I didn't really get to play with it much. And what else did I get? Oh, I got a floral die. And this little flower is in, where it's shaded differently, it's in 2 different segments. So I want to do some out of like some pattern paper. And then do like the front solid, but have like the shadow layer as like have like a little polka dot or floral print or something like that. Anyway, so I love any of these florals that have the leaves and stems that go with them. So I had gotten that one. That was not, I think they released this, I don't know if they released it in August or at the very beginning of September, but it's relatively new. And then I finally got on the Tim Holtz Distress Mica Stain bandwagon. I have been watching people use these, and trying to think of what else I got. Hold on, before I get into this. Oh, I got one little ink cube. I needed I wanted the shaded lilac in this little distress ink cube. So I got that. And I got one of the Lost Shadows, but I was hoping it was the oxide, and that's why I got this distress ink, just the distress ink from Maymay's, but I think I'm going to end up with 2 of those. But anyway, if I do, maybe I'll give one away. Lost Shadow was his newest, I think it was his newest color. If not, it was very recent. But anyway, so here's the mica stains. So you've probably seen his distress spray stains and just distress oxide sprays. But these are mica. So they have a little bit of a metallic finish to them. It's almost splotchy where the metallic hits. That probably wasn't a good description of it. Go watch Tim's videos. He's amazing. I mean, he's such a, not just paper crafting, but he has such knowledge of his inks and how they work together and all, that he's just, I don't know. Anyway, he has some good products. I don't always get all the things, like all of those little, I have some of the basic paper dolls and stuff. I don't always get like the ideology stuff, the 3D stuff that he puts out. I don't always get that because I don't craft like that. But when it comes to his inks and stains and some of the things, I love them. So I got them in fall and kind of fall colors. And okay, the purple, one of these was a Halloween set. But, so I got Harvest Moon, the purple Fortune Teller, Burning Ember. I mainly wanted these three kind of fall colors. The green, the burning ember, the harvest moon. I wanted to do some fall color cards. And all this is tart cranberry. So this is a red. This is the tart cranberry. It's kind of a burnt red maybe. I hope that, yeah, here we go. I think you can see all of that shimmer on it. So it's got almost like this gold layer of mica on top. And so that's the tart cranberry. This one is decayed. So this is part of his Halloween set. I had to buy 2 sets to get the colors that I wanted. But this is kind of a, I don't know how to describe what color it is. It almost looks like it has a yellow-gray base, maybe. Maybe a greenish gray. And then it has the silver mica on top. And, well, you can see my fingers are stained. Not horribly, but they are stained a little bit because I was playing with them. They do take a while to dry. So you have to, I have them like in a big splatter box. And I spray them and let them just sit and dry. So this is decayed. This is harvest moon. Now this is a brighter, I should have known because it's a moon color, right? But I want to go back and order a more of a harvesty yellow, like an orangey yellow. And I didn't get an actual orange, so I'm getting that one too. But see the mica on top? I don't know if you can see that shimmer. But it's so pretty. And this is Iron Gate. So it really is like a silver or pewter look. It's shiny metallic, which is really pretty. And so I'm going to take these and die cut like, well, let me finish showing you and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do with them. So this is the, what did I say? It was Fortune Teller, the purple. He's got more than one of each color now. He's got 6 sets. And he only puts them out at Halloween. I mean, at whatever season they're in. Halloween and then Christmas. And I don't know if he does them any other time of the year. But anyway, see that shimmer on top of that one? So I ordered this cute little, I already told you I do cute Halloween. So I got this little kitty cat die ordered. It's a cat with a little witch hat. And then some stacking pumpkins. So I thought this purple would be cute to cut out, die cut like the little band that goes across the hat and maybe the little cape that the cat's wearing. And, whoop, flying paper. But anyway, so it's a really pretty color. I'm not a huge purple fan, you know that. But in this instance, I wanted one purple. I don't need all the purples. I just want one. So this is the part of the Halloween line because it's called Wicked Elixir. Well, fiddlesticks. So I need a deeper green for Christmas and fall. I was hoping this was a little bit darker green, but it's a very lime green with the metallic, if you can see that metallic finish. So that was Wicked Elixir. You have to keep shaking these because it all settles to the bottom. This one I love. This is the Burning Ember. Oh, and I think I went back and sprayed, it was solid Burning Ember, and then I went back and I sprayed a little bit of the Harvest Moon, and I sprayed a little bit of the Tart Cranberry. So you see some little speckles. So this one I mixed, and it really came out pretty. And so, like, I have some fall leaves, dies that are fall leaves, or like maple leaves and oak leaves. So I'm going to take and die cut, use these papers and die cut some leaves out of them. And if I get a true orange, I'm going to do that with my pumpkins. But won't that be a pretty addition to a card? And surely I don't know that I'd really want to do this for journaling all the time, but maybe for special occasions, I'd have to back it with something because it's soaked through. I didn't use really good quality paper either, so this looks great. Apparently, it looks great regardless of what paper you use. I mean, it's still cardstock, but it wasn't real thick. And anyway, but can you see all that? The mixture of the yellow and the red and that burning ember. Such a good fall color. So, that's that. And then, of course, they sent me, that was from Simon Says Stamp. And they sent me these cute little stickers. So, of course, I'm going to hoard the stickers is what I'm going to do. I probably need to get a sticker book that has actually, I think I have one. That where you can remove them. I have some stickers that I'm using on my cane. I'm going to have to get a second cane too. So, because my handle is wearing off of my current one. Alright, so let me see how I can put some of this up. And I wanted, if I have time, let me see. I probably don't have time. Because it's already been 40 minutes. Oh, I got this. We went to Jim and Nick's barbecue. I think in Prattville on the way home. And so I wanted it for my journal. I got to prep some pages and do some things and catch up and all the good stuff in my journal. But I think I'm going to stop there because that's what all I got from the weekend. And it's already 40 minutes in. So I think I'm going to quit there. And I will, but I wanted to do that with you so that I could use my stuff. And I'll use some of it in the next video with you, maybe. And what else? Yeah, so I'm going to come back. I do have a video. I have little clips that I'm trying to put together from my weekend there. I videoed part of it. It's not, the clips themselves are not great. I could have done a better job, but I was having a hard time walking. I walked the whole thing, y'all, with my cane. And that was a lot of walking. I mean, I could walk and then stop and sit. And then, you know, they had seats periodically or little benches or whatever in the gardens. But I walked all of it with my cane. I didn't have to take my walker or the wheelchair would have been hard anyway because of all the rocks and the dirt and everything. But, so the cane was the easiest option. And I did it. I did pretty well. I'm really excited. So, but doing that and trying to video was a little tricky. So I didn't get as good a video as I would have liked. But I'm going to try to piece it together in with my photos. And just do a real quick, it'll probably be like a 7 to 10 minute video maybe. And I'll post that and then you can see what it was like, at least from the crowd standpoint. I didn't video any of me like talking to the people or anything like that. But you can see what the layout looked like and you can see what Petals from the Past looks like. Or at least the parts that I saw. I didn't walk the entire thing this time. I have before. But anyway, all right, enough blabbering. And I hope that you enjoyed watching this. I know it was kind of a clamoury video, but I thought maybe you'd like to see what I got from the weekend and hear about my trip. And so this was just kind of a chatty catch up, you know, about my weekend. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have a great beginning of your week. And I hope you have a great entire week. But I hope that your week is at least starting off very well. So you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye-bye.